Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. Sorry I have been off for the last couple of days. It has been kind of a few, it's been a little hectic, I would say so. I know I was going to finish this up, but I did go over the course and I did realize that they're very, very short lessons. So this is going to be grouped together in one task, task 11 and 12. So we're going to go ahead and start the attack box. Once this is another one of those courses that or rooms that are just informational. When we start working with Burpsuite a little bit more, we're going to be having a little bit more hands-on experience with it, and I guarantee you, in your career, in your work, in your whatever experience is going to be with pen testing, you're going to work with Burpsuite quite a bit. So definitely master the basics and get a good feel for them, and just go back over it. And in other rooms, we'll definitely deal with this a little bit more. So we went ahead and restarted the machine, and we're coming back up here. We're going to hit the attack box. So we are going to have surface to work off of. We went all through these, and the last two, 13 and 14, are going to be lumped together in one episode. So while this machine loads up, we're going to go ahead and read through the coursework, and we will take it from there. So note the attack box is already configured. We already did this differently. Okay. When intercepting HTTP traffic, we may encounter an issue when navigating to sites with TSL enabled. So secure sites, HTTP and then HTTPS. For example, when accessing a website like HTTPS google.com, we may receive an error including indicating that the port trigger certificate authority has not been authorized to secure the connection. So this happens because the browser does not trust the certificate in which Burpsuite presents. So we have to basically, to overcome this, we manually add the port trigger certification to our browser's list of trusted certificates, and that will be just enough to kind of allow Burpsuite to interact with this HTTPS request. So, are we live? We got what we need? Do we? Let's see. We shall see. Are you up? Come on all the way up here. We have the target IP address, so we have a machine to attack. We're going to go ahead and copy this. And I'm actually going to go ahead and expand the go full screen so we have a wider system to work off of, so we're not squinting. And we are going to exit split screen mode. So now we can do this one of two ways. We can either do this with the Burpsuite Foxy Proxy, or we can do this with the, let's see, the Burpsuite browser. I think what we're going to do here, because we will work with Firefox so much, but we're going to go ahead and turn on the Foxy Proxy browser, right? And as we've done in a previous video, we're going to go over the options and proxies. Everything's already set up for you guys in this machine, so you're not going to have to enter anything. So all these settings and configurations are already ready to go. So with that said, we have Burpsuite running. We can open this bad boy up, and we're going to add the certificate. So to overcome this issue, we can manually add the port trigger CA to our browser's list of trusted certificate authorities. Here's how we do it. We're going to download the certificate with Burpsuite activated, so it looks like we're going to have to actually just do this through Burp. So we're going to open this bad boy up. All right, and we will navigate to burp dot or colon // Don't need you there. This is going to obviously run up our community edition. We're going to click next. We're going to start burp. All right. And once the machine runs, you're going to go ahead and open up its browser. Look up here on the top here. We're running at maximum. That's always interesting. Okay, so we're going to update on new restart. We're going to come over to the browser. Let's see. Proxy? Yes, open the browser. It does not work in Sandbox. We have to configure that as well. So we're going to go here. Let's say we're not going to do that. So we're going to open up setting, browser, and allow. So we're going to go settings. All right. Browser, which is down here. And we're just going to click this guy to run without Sandbox. All that does is allow the burps machine to run. We're using a virtual machine, so it's going to be a little less. We're using Tryhackme's virtual machine, so normally you wouldn't have to do this. Come on now. Of course. There you are. We're going to grab the corner of this. We're going to push this there, and we are going to now open the browser. So in order to get the certificate, we are going to go to this site. But before we do that, I want to make sure that this is the case. So we are actually going to go to an HTTPS machine just to confirm whether or not we have this software is preventing Firefox from safely connecting to this site. Just to make sure. All right. I'm not entirely sure if this is going to happen. So Google.com. And just because, let's go ahead and do it here as well. https://google.com, because it says it's working in Firefox and potential security. This you'll get quite a bit. Advanced. We're not allowed to get anything on this. So, advanced, down here, view certificate, port switcher. Oh, so this is actually allowing us to intercept traffic. So this is actually already pre-configured. So let's just make sure. Yeah, we're actually grabbing the information from. We're actually grabbing information that we were not supposed to be receiving. So, in future reference, if you guys need to, definitely refer back to this. What you would do is add the certificate to Burpsuite, and then from there, basically the browser is going to trust Burpsuite, and that's really all it is. And this here says trust of the CA to identify websites, and then you go ahead and rerun it, and you'll get Google. And that's just a way not to bypass it, but not to sidestep it, but to go ahead and intercept the traffic. So, with that said, that's done. Moving on to the example attack. All right, so we are going to have you. So this is one of the practice websites we're going to be going through. So, having looked at how to set up and configure our proxy, let's go through a simplified real-world example. We'll start by looking. Take a look at the support forum at http 10.66.169.24 ticket, and which will bring us to the support ticket. And what we're going to be doing is activating a cross-site scripting. If we haven't done that, we'll do that in another episode. I think I did it on my Advent of Cyber. But for right now, what we're going to do is we're going to navigate right here to this site. We're going to copy it. We're going to put it in our clipboard. And there. All right, we're going to close. Do I want to close Burp? What do I want to use? I'll use my use Mozilla. So we're going to go here. We're going to go paste and go. And we have yet to turn on the Burpsuite. So we want actually, this is where we're going to start to manipulate traffic. And we can't manipulate traffic if it's being intercepted. So first thing we're going to do is make sure that we can to see what the the interaction between the website and the server does. So this is basically what's going to be the next words. In the real world pen test, we would test this to verify things, one of which would be cross-site scripting, or XSS. So if you have not encountered XSS, it could be thought of as injecting client-side script, usually in JavaScript, into a website in such a way that it executes. There are various kinds of cross-site scripting. The type that we're using here is referred to as reflected, so we want to make sure that what we put in is a cross-site script that we get out, a reflected script, as it only affects the person making the web request. So the walkthrough. So by typing this, all right, copy contact. We're gonna put the contact. Come on. We'll clipboard. Get rid of you. Give me this. No. Silly old MacBook. All right. Typing MacBook. I'm sorry. Typing script. This is the cross-site script text that we want to reflect. So into the contact email. Right. So right there, you should find that there is a client-side filter in place, which prevents you from adding any special characters that aren't allowed in the email address. So if we were to submit this, we would sit here and say, hey, that's not cool. That's not going to work. So we would have to go ahead and inject it again. No. Okay, let's go back. Fortunately for us, client-side filters are absurdly easy to bypass. There's a variety of ways to disable the script or just prevent it from loading in the first place. Let us focus on simply bypassing the filter for now. First, make sure your Burpsuite is active and intercept is on. So, very simple. Intercept is now on. I really wish it was the other way around. So, like, on was on and then off was, I don't know. Maybe it's just me. Now head to some legitimate data to support the form. So let's just do pentester email.htm. Sure. This is only a test. All right. And then we're going to submit it and we will get the information coming all the way through. So you see now this is a post request because we are trying to send information from our client, us, to the server. So it is listed as a post request. So in the submit port, with the request captured in the proxy, we can now change the fields. So let's go back there. We're going to turn the intercept off, and we have the information we need. All right, so it's going to say, hey, it didn't work. Okay, so, all right, so proxy intercept is on. I sidestepped something there with the recon. Okay, so yeah, so I totally messed that one up. Intercept on, and what did I say? pentester.com, and let's just go ahead and put the reflected script in there. Hopper, and we're going to go ahead and we're going to paste it. So we're going to submit that, and you see now we have what we actually need to work with. So goodbye, Mr. Clipboard. Thank you very much for all your help. We're going to come down here, all right, and you can see that this is the information that was just gathered by the okay. So, now you can never just really get your terminals right, if you ask me. All right. So the content is, well, it is the cross-site scripting script that I put in there, but it's not being reflected because it's just not a tag type. Oh, so we're going to get rid of the email, and that's where we're going to be putting our script. So, all right. So we're going to come back over here. Boom. We are copying, pasting. Is that right? Successful script. I think it might be. All right. hang on, relax, little guy. I'm just gonna be showing you what to do there. Right? Are we taking the ampersand or not? Really wish this is where they would kind of right, they don't really tell you much when it comes to that, right? Now this is all blacked out, doesn't need to go back. See, I always hate when Tryhackme does that, because if you're learning it, if you're trying to learn it, you're like, what the heck, what am I learning, what am I not learning? So right, I don't think I need you at all, right? Because right, all your content, let's put the ampersand back in there. Right, this should break it up. Nope. It's give me guff. Right, cross-site script alert successful. That's not gonna work on the forwarder. You should be able to forward it, but that's not gonna work on the forwarder. Yeah, see, that's not gonna work. Okay, so we're gonna come back up to here, and we're gonna try to understand what they're doing with just this. All right. It also helps if I read a little bit more. I always forget to do that. When the request is captured from the proxy, we can now change the email field to our very simple payload from above after pasting it in the payload. Right. I'm just wondering if I have to make it so it's Alright, we need to select it, then URL encode it with the Control U shortcut and make it safe to send. So maybe that's what I just didn't do. Control U. Okay, so goodbye. Not worried about you right now. Get you out of here. Submit query. Intercept is on. Let's go ahead. Intercept is on. Ancestor.gmail. Yep, and we're gonna submit it. And the intercept is on. Submit query. Test. All right. Now we submit. All right. So we're gonna come back here. Come all the way down. Come over here, and then we are going to paste, right? Then all the way over, and then Control U, right? And that will encode it. Sorry about that. So that's part of it that I wasn't getting. So you can see that now that it's red, it is an active payload, and that's blue, it's not an active payload. So when we go ahead and forward it, we should be able to get the cross-site scripting. Submit query. Come on now. Right. Make a shortcut. Send. Safe to send. The process is shown in the GIF below. All right. Then press forward. Did I press forward? Nope, I did not. So, did I do that? Yep. Now forward it. All right, and there it is. So there's your cross-site scripting script, and that's really it. That's the basics of Burpsuite. So that was a very, very generic cross-site scripting test with a lot of failures too, and failures are good. Failures are, that's how you know you're doing it. 99% of hacking is just that, hacking away at the test, trying to figure out what you do know, what you don't know, what's going to work. A lot of times, especially in web application, you're going to be hacking away at it. So we're going to go ahead and click a checkbox, and as always, thank you guys for joining me. If you guys like what you saw, please like, comment, subscribe. Obviously, comment more than you like or subscribe. I do this just because I love cybersecurity. And if you like it, just give me a thumbs up. Let me know what I'm doing. Let me do that better. So, it's always great having you here, and I will see you in the next one.